Good morning, students. Myself Renu Yadav, and today I will teach you Assessment Sheet 1, Class 3rd, Science, Chapter 1 to 3. First part is Take the correct answer. Children, here few statements are given with different options. What we need to do is we need to read the statement with the options and we need to see that which option is correct as per the statement. The option which is correct, we have to tick mark it. The first sentence is, a bird lays eggs in a nest or basket. Children, in this question, we need to tick mark that where the bird lays eggs. And the answer is nest. A bird lays eggs in a nest. Children, nest used to provide a safe place for eggs and young birds to develop. Some birds do not make nest at all and instead lay their eggs in a simple scrap in the ground. Other birds construct nests from natural materials such as grass, leaves, mud, lynch and fur, or from human-made materials like plastic, yarn, paper, etc. Nest can be found almost anywhere, on the ground, tree, in and on human-made structures, etc. Second question, plant reproduce from, and the options given are seeds or eggs. Children, here we need to explain that plant used to reproduce from seeds or from eggs. Plants are living entities and exhibit living characteristics such as breathing, reproducing, digesting and so on. What is reproduction? Reproduction is an inherent characteristic in plant which enables to produce new offsprings regularly. Flowers in plants carry out the reproductive function in plants when both the male and female gametes are fused to produce the seed which bear the fruit. These seeds germinate to produce new plant structures. So the answer for the question is seeds, not eggs. Plants reproduce from seeds. Third question is, cells of the same kind forms organ or tissue. Children, here we need to explain that when the cells of same kinds are together, then what they used to form? They used to form either a tissue or an organ. Children, a human body is made up of different levels and is a very complex one. So, when cells of same type join together, they used to form a tissue. So, the answer is tissue. cells of the same kind forms tissue. Next is stomata are present on leaves or stem. Children, here we need to explain that stomata are present where? Where are stomata located? Are they located on leaves or on stem? Children, all living things used to breathe. Animals used to take in oxygen and give out carbon dioxide. And what plant does? Plant used to take in carbon dioxide and give out oxygen. And plant used to breathe through the tiny pores present on the surface of the leaves. And that tiny pores are stomata. Stomata helps a plant to breathe. Those are the tiny pores and they are present on leaves. So the answer is leaves. Stomata are present on leaves. Next question is claws are present on the legs or trunk. Children, here we need to explain the location of claws. Where are they present? They are present either on legs or on trunk. Children, birds are egg-laying animals. They are feathered, winged animals with a beak. A bird's body comprises of a head with a beak, a trunk with wings and feathers with legs and claws. Birds use their feet and claws to walk, hop and sit on the branches of the tree. They also help the birds to catch and hold their food. So the answer is legs. Claws are present on the legs. Match the following. Children, here on the left hand side, few terms are given and what we need to do is we need to match those terms with the terms which are given on the right hand side. The first question is head. Children, the egg-laying animals, birds, their body is comprised of a head with a beak. Therefore, whenever you will see a bird, you will see her head and there is a cute beak with it. The beak may be broad or flat, long or thin, or hooked one, or heavy or strong. Therefore, head matches with beak. Second is broad, flat beak. Children, ducks have broad and flat beaks, and these beaks helps them to dig in the soft mud near ponds to find worms for their food. These beaks have strainers along the edge of the beak. Water and mud goes out of these trainers, leaving worms inside so that the ducks can eat the worms. Therefore, broad, flat beak matches with duck. Third is trunk. Trunk is again related with the body of a bird. Birds are feathered winged animals with a beak. Their body comprises of head with a beak and trunk with wings and feathers and legs with claws. So, on the trunk we can see the beautiful wings of a bird which helps them to fly. Next is long, thin beak. Children, sunbird used to have long, thin and pointed beak. Sunbird has this type of beak to suck nectar from flowers. Their beak helps them to suck nectar from the flowers. And fifth question is hooked beak. A parrot has a hooked beak, and hooked beak helps it to crack nuts and bite hard fruits. So, head matches with beak, broad flat beak matches with duck, trunk matches with wings, long thin beak matches with sunbird, and hooked beak matches with parrot. Third is fill in the blanks. Children, here few sentences are given with blanks, and what we need to do is we need to fill those blanks with the correct word. The first sentence is a dash bird makes its nest with leaves. Children, here we need to name the bird which used to make its nest with the help of leaves. Children, we know that a nest is a home of a bird, and birds are very hard-working creatures and they build their nest with lots of efforts. Now, tailor bird is the bird which makes its nest with leaves. It uses its beak as a needle to sew the leaves using thread and wool. Then second question is, insects breathe through air holes called dash. Here we need to explain that which body part help insects to breathe. See, as humans we used to breathe through our nose, right? And plant breathe through the tiny pores called stomata present on leaves. Now what about insects? Insects used to breathe through air holes called spiracles. Insects have tiny holes called spiracles on their abdomen and they breathe through them. Third is the process by which living things produce their own kind is called dash. In this question, we need to name the process by which living things used to produce their young ones. And the answer is reproduction. Children, a plant grows from a seed and seeds of a plant produce only that kind of plant. A hen lays eggs out of which only chicks can hatch. A cat gives birth to kittens only. And human beings give birth to babies. The way in which living things produce their own kind is called reproduction. Next is the breathing in of air is called dash. Here also, children, we need to name the process and we need to name the process of breathing in of air. When we are breathing, we goes with two steps. First is we breathe in the air and then we breathe out the air. The process of breathing in of the air is called inhalation. We take in air through our nose and the air we breathe in is called inhaled air. Okay? The hair present inside the nose trap the dust particles. From the nose, air goes to the windpipes and from the windpipe, air goes to the lungs. The air which we breathe in is rich in oxygen. This process is known as inhalation. When the nose used to take in the air and through the windpipe it goes to the lungs, this process is known as inhalation. So the answer for the fourth question is inhalation. The breathing in of air is called inhalation. Then E. The dash connects the nose to the lungs. Here we need to answer that which part used to connect nose and lungs together. Children, the organs that helps us to breathe forms respiratory system, and the organs of the respiratory system are nose, windpipe and lungs. We used to take in air through our nose and from the nose air goes to the windpipe and from the windpipe air goes to the lungs. Therefore, we can see that the windpipe used to connect the nose to the lungs. Answer the following questions. Children, here few questions are given and we need to give the answers of these questions. The first question is, what are the causes of air pollution? Children, here we need to give the reasons by which air pollution is caused. Answer: the causes of air pollution are soot from vehicles, smoke from a factory chimney, and burning of garbage. Children, air pollution happens when solid and liquid particles and certain gases end up in our air. These particles and gases can be bad for the planet and for our health. So we should keep them in track. It is very important. Certain gases in the atmosphere can cause air pollution. The soot from the vehicles, the lamp black or the carbon black or the brown powder that comes out from the vehicles, the smoke from a factory chimney, when the factories are manufacturing their products, and while the process of manufacturing those products, the smoke which comes out from those factories, and when the garbage is burned out, they used to produce certain gases which get mixed with the air and create air pollution. Second question is, what is the function of the brain? Here in this question we need to explain that what does a brain does. What is the function of brain? Answer is, the brain helps us to think, learn and remember. Children, brain is one of the most important organ of a human body, and it comes under the nervous system. The brain controls nearly every aspect of human body. It functions by receiving and sending signals to different parts of the body. And by our brain we used to think, we used to learn and we used to remember. Brain helps us to understand that we are hungry, we need to sleep, we are having a certain kind of emotion, we need to understand our body temperature, and even that the motor learning skills, our heartbeat, our breathing, all these things are functioned by the brain. Brain is the most important part of human body, and it helps us to do different functions by sending and receiving signals from different parts of our body, and mainly it helps us to think, learn and remember. Next question is, write two features of a bird's body that helps it to fly. Children, here we need to write about the two special characteristics of a bird's body which differentiate it from others, which helps it to fly. The most magical thing about a bird is that it used to fly up in the air, the sky. And which body features help them to do so? The two features of a bird's body that helps it to fly are their wings and their boat-shaped body. The wings of the birds help them to fly. The wings are attached to the body with the help of muscles. These muscles help the wings to move, and the streamlined or boat-shaped body of the birds help them to fly through the air easily. These two features differentiate birds with other animals. Their wings and their boat-shaped body helps them to fly. Next question is, why do birds build nests? Here in this question we need to explain why they used to build their nest, why the birds used to build their nest. And the answer is, birds built their nest for shelter, for their young ones, and for their eggs. A nest is a home of a bird. Nests are a shelter for their eggs and young ones. Birds used to lay their eggs in a nest. The eggs hatch and the young ones come out. Children, birds are very hard-working creatures. They build their nest with lots of effort. They use variety of things to build their nest. Clothes, leaves, straw, wool, thread, and many materials. They used to bring all these materials to build their nest and keep their eggs and young ones safely. With this, I end up the topic. Thank you.